Content contains adult language and humor that is not suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. The views and opinions expressed during the following video content are those of the individual and may not reflect those of others. Thank you.
This is Patrick Stewart, and I always watch Pop Talk with Pacific414. Make it so.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Cash Money can put his change in my piggy bank any day. Big man knows it!
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome one and all to this edition of Pacific414 Pop Talk here on this Wednesday, along with Baron Orman Tagge, Cashmoney007. I am your host, Mike, and we are currently live on Cash Money's channel, The Phantom Hooligans, Baron Orman Tagge's channel, Baron Orman Tagge's Fandom Legacy, and Pacific414 on both YouTube and Rumble. I want to welcome you all to tonight's show. We have several articles to go through. One's a follow-up article from Sunday concerning James Wan, a Nintendo manager who made some questionable remarks about white people.
I hear Cash laughing. This is going to be good.
Yep. It's not often you hear Cash laugh.
No, I know. He was fired up earlier. I just was sitting back, just listening to him. I was like, I'm not even going to say a word because I'm not going to get one in my.
Well, it's another
our usual backstage session when Cash gets into the backstage area.
Funny. You know what really grinds my gears?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Funny because, like, James, it's like, here we go again. I didn't say that, I promise. Come on, man.
Right.
But really, honestly,
I call bullshit.
That's right.
But gentlemen, how are you doing this Wednesday afternoon here in June?
Doing pretty good.
Hey, I'm hanging in there. Trying to see what the next steps are. I let the other guys know, but the long suffering had a fall and broke her wrist, and she's seen the doctors right now. She went from work right there, so left me home all alone with you guys. I'm crying. That's the only thing I'm asking for pity for is this. Not that, what happened to long suffering. It's what I'm going through. It's me. It's all
about you this time?
Me. Yeah. Always. No, not this time. All the time.
Is that so, Baron?
Yeah, I'm going to be sleeping on the couch tonight, too. You know that.
Well, okay, youngster.
All right, youngster, out you go.
Don't come back. Ever.
Well, he said he's stuck with us. He was whining and complaining, so...
Help! I'm being repressed!
You brought it upon yourself.
That didn't take long to be kicked out. Dang, man.
I was actually going to lead something funny by saying that I took some pain pills. And I might start... And this is how I was actually going to do it. I was going to go, I just want to warn everybody I took a little pain pills and such. So if I get all outrageous out here, Mike, you have every permission to... I was going to actually... seriously, that's what I was going to do. But you beat me to the punch. I love it. I love it. I love
It's
it.
gonna start singing the Gilligan's Island theme and stuff. Yeah.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip.
Da-da-da. That started from this traffic
The traffic port aboard this tiny ship.
Oh man.
With cash money.
The man was a man of legacy. The other was a hooligan. And Pacific was just there to steer the boat clear.
And-
To steer the boat clear.
And I know somebody who hasn't watched that we know. Paul.
Gilligan's Island?
Paul, you've never watched Gilligan's Island. Get on
No.
that, okay?
No,
Come on.
singing that brings that to mind right there. Yeah.
Come on, Paul. Gilligan's Island.
No,
man.
seeing that makes me think of Marianne.
Ooh,
Yeah. Yes, I'll have a coconut pie, please and thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like coconut. I don't like coconut pie, but she offered me coconut pie. I'd take coconut pie any day. Yeah, I always thought she was better looking than
Ginger.
Yeah, I know she's a redhead.
Both of them are fine with me.
Yeah,
Yes, I can understand. I can understand. That's right. I can understand why people pick Marianne. I know she's the girl next door, so yeah.
Oh, the sweetheart, yeah.
Yep.
Even real life, even when she got busted for marijuana.
Yeah. Dawn Wells was a pleasant lady to be around, from what I've heard.
Yeah, and not only that, she was a really magnificent lady. When I can't remember the name of Mrs. Howell, the actress's name right off the bat, but
Natalie
Schaefer. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she suffered, of course, breast cancer, had mastectomy and all that, and she really didn't have any children or really any family. So Dawn Wells took care of her in her final days, actually. Making sure she was taken care of and all that. And and of course it wasn't arranged or anything, but she was left her estate and all that stuff, basically the sole heir. And so yeah.
Very that's
Yeah, so I mean,
I never knew that.
Huh. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, a lot of props to Marianne.
Yeah, I still laughed when IFC was like, "Here's a disclaimer. There's things in here that aren't appropriate that we don't condone nowadays." And I was like, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, like the headhunters. It's the headhunters.
Right.
No. What you need is a soundbite from the penis cartoons of the teacher talking.
Yeah, I'm hoping. And speaking of cartoons, I'm hoping MeTV cartoons, all these like thousands of hours of cartoons from Captain Planet to Underdog and a lot of these classic cartoons, that Spectrum is going to actually carry that. So hopefully
Captain Planet?
Yeah, Captain Planet's coming there too.
Planet? Yeah. Come on. That is such a turd show.
I know it is.
Oh, God. Mother Earth is Whoopi Goldberg.
Wind, water, earth, fire.
I know. I'm Captain Planet.
With your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wait, Captain Planet played by Tim Meadows? Okay.
Oh, well, Tom Cruise. Provided the voice right away first.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the SNL skits.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even Don Cheadle did a thing of Captain Planet. Yes.
Oh God, that was a horrible show.
Oh man.
And before we get into today's stories that we're going to talk about, I do want to say hello to DJ Ronnie G, who was the first one here, who at the time said T minutes. Maybe he meant minus.
He meant
2 hours.
Yeah. T minus 2 hours. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to say hello to I also want to say hello to Rocco the Brave. Good to see you again, Rocco. Of course, the lovely Leia Rose, the princess of YouTube.
Yes.
Yep. We're always graced when she shows up, and she's also the president and sole member of the Phil McCracken fan club. Can't forget that either.
She's gonna get mad when you say that, but all right.
I know, but I mean, there's at least one person that likes him. We just got to look at it.
He's
that
like
way.
Beetlejuice. You say his name too many times, he's gonna show
Well,
up.
I only said it once.
He's lurking. He's always lurking.
Oh, he will be. He will be.
Oh,
If he's
yeah.
not here yet,
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
be lurking.
If he didn't have half a wit, you wouldn't have a wit at all. But bump.
But the stories we are going to be talking about tonight, they're in our 2 hours on both YouTube and Rumble. Then on the third hour over on Rumble, depending on which stories we finish and which stories we get to by that point. We'll be talking about EA executive taking home $20 million in salary after laying off 670 developers. What a piece of shit.
Yes. And this is the kind of things that go on. Oh, we lay off things, and then these people get richer. These executives, great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, prices are going up, man.
That's for sure.
Can you imagine what the yachts cost now? Come on, man.
And we have a follow-up story on Nintendo of America, James Wan, who previously in the story that we read from the Park Place on Sunday was encouraging racism against white people. Well, now he's attempting to deny that he encouraged racism against white people.
Yeah,
We'll
I bet
read
he
that
is.
story.
Because I'm sure Nintendo of America is like, you may lose your job. I didn't do anything. No, I think it might have gone that way. Who knows?
I might have. I mean, don't kid yourself. But we'll find out when we do part 2 of the James. Is it Jim Wong? What's his name again?
James Wong.
James Wong. You know why it throws me off? Because it's similar to that actor from Minneapolis, by the way. But the part 2 of the continuing saga of James Wong, developer.
Yes. And we have an article from Cosmic News, and we have the new design of Laura Croft, and I swear she looks like Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Looks like Cash with boobs.
No.
I
still think.
No. I stand by my previous statement.
I still think, like, I know Grummies and other people because they jump on this stuff real fast. I get it to an extent, but I mean, I think she still has a face of a woman, but there are shenanigans.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Sure.
Hey, I'd rather look at Cash with boobs than Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Okay.
I don't want that mental image in my head.
No, I don't.
I'm trying to get Phoebe Waller-Bridge's image out of your head. That's what I'm trying to do here, man. I'm trying to help.
Okay. So you're trying to get Phoebe Waller-Bridge's image out of my head, but then you're putting Cash Money's image in my head with him with boobs.
What is this?
The hell, man?
What is this?
I thought I'd do somebody
Mr. Belding? Is this
it
like
goes from
Mr.
bad
Belding
to worse.
I know. Come on, man.
I'm trying to involve somebody else so he doesn't feel left out. Come on. One of the team. He's taking one for the team, man. Come on, man.
Baron, I worry about you sometimes.
I worry about me too.
And we'll also take a look at on-set photos of the new Superman in the suit. I tell you, folks, it doesn't look good.
That needs to be that one needs to be pounded like a drum all over the place. That's one of those stories that I don't care if 1,000 people have looked at it. The suit needs to be pounded all over the place because it's not the best.
And our other story we'll talk about today will deserve this. Especially when you find out that Doctor Who showrunners Russell T Davies took inspiration from The Last Jedi for this current season.
The hell you say?
Well,
specifically the season finale.
Okay, being I didn't even watch just 1 second of it, except for the 5 generations.
You've probably seen some clips. You've probably seen some clips. That's about it.
Maybe some, but
I mean, when it comes, what was it? The mini-series thing they did with? When
basically he came out of David Tennant's dick. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I saw Tennant was, of course, running his mouth off again. I see that happen.
Oh, he's getting backlash for it too.
As he should. He should.
And
Come on,
DJ
Teddy, you're
Running
better
D
than
says,
Maybe not.
"Hello, boys." And then he says, "Whose channel should I play on my TV, Baron or Cash?
Up to you, man.
How about you play the channel of Micatron?"
Yeah.
Yes, do
Give it
that.
to Mike. We're
Yes.
doing ours for those that have not experienced the joy and wonder of Pacific414 that might stumble across it. But for our long-term viewers, please go to Pacific414's Pop Talk channel where you can hear the lovely banter of us three.
Yes.
Back to you,
Yes.
Mike.
Do it on the proper channel, DJ, or else.
Eh,
What? Baron already said he might be a little loopy tonight, and
Woo!
yeah,
we're all gonna be
and then I'm getting that horrible mental image of Cash boobs.
God.
Why
Hey,
can't I be Mike?
Is that like?
Why can't
Is that as bad
why
as
can't I
Megatron?
be Micatron,
Is
leader
that a-
of the Pacific 414 Pop Talk?
Is that as bad as that joke where you saw Megatron with boobs and he says, "Don't"?
Yeah, Starscream's me
Can't
too. with him.
identify me. I laughed so hard.
Don't identify me.
Don't objectify me. It's great.
Well, that really stole what I was, the little quip I was going to do. Now I got to remember that one after you put that image in my head. Yes. Oh,
Well,
I know. I was going to say that.
It's on YouTube, Baron. It's a
It is
parody.
So funny.
I know. I think I've seen it, but I remember what I was going to sit back and say. I'm so hopped up, I feel like Joe Biden tomorrow. Okay, let's bump next.
You'll probably have more energy than him. So.
Wait a minute.
Well,
You're gonna get ice cream after the show.
Oh yeah, are you?
Well, come on, man. Of course I'm going to have.
Gonna get a Klondike bar?
No,
Would you
not
do for Klondike bar. Oh
no.
okay.
That's what I asked Mike.
What would Baron do for a Klondike bar? Everybody wants to know, including myself.
I don't know. I don't know. I haven't had a Klondike bar in a long time.
Oh.
I guess I'd look at a picture of Phoebe Waller-Bridge naked. How's that sound? I'll do that for a Klondike.
Oh God! Oh hell no!
I mean,
Oh my God! No!
I just, she's he can be quite annoying, man.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
It did, didn't it?
Come on, man. I'm going out biking with my boy tomorrow. Go to Brandon Falls and Corn Pop Boulevard.
Extinction to all traitors!
The sad thing though is, Joe Biden's used that question a lot of times during the Easter egg roll on the White House grounds. Hey, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh boy.
No, Phil. Pop Talk wasn't on yesterday because Streamlabs OBS was being a butt and not broadcasting properly. I canceled the original Dark Forces stream and rescheduled it for Saturday.
No, that's just. I wanted to let you know how hurt I am about that too. By the way, I had a pizza made up. I went to the big TV in the living room. Go, come on, honey, let's watch Mike play Dark Forces. We sat down, and she goes, "Is this supposed to be live?" It's like I don't know what's going on.
No, I would hit live and I would notice that the YouTube side wasn't receiving enough bit rate for some reason, and it never even registered on the Rumble side. So I canceled it, tried it again, didn't work, and thought to myself, okay, well, I've already done all my pre-stream prep. Making sure that the modem and router are reset, that any junk files are cleared from the computer, and to make sure that the bitrate hadn't changed. The bitrate hadn't been changed. It was still set at 6,800. So I was thinking, all right, I'm going to try a few tests. because when I stream it over to the Rumble site, I used a static stream key ever since I first heard about it, and it's been working flawlessly. Well, last night it wasn't working at all, so I decided, okay, let me schedule a test stream and make a private test on YouTube and see what happens. So I scheduled the test stream, and it ended up working. So I think it was something to do not just with Streamlabs, but also that static stream key and URL on Rumble, because I'm not using a static stream key or URL right now on Rumble, and we're broadcasting over there. And we were broadcasting, well, I shouldn't say we, I was broadcasting last night when I was running the test, but I wanted to make sure that I put in the chat that this is only a test, because I was going to delete those test streams anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I like about that story? It had an ending.
Oh, shut up.
Oh, is that 3 times today? Dang.
Twice. I did one for myself as an example. But
Okay.
I did you crank the phone enough times before logging on?
Fuck you, Baron.
Baron, you're just, I swear, man.
Hey, I told you I took some pain pills. I'm in rare form tonight. Woo!
You're always like this. What are you talking about, rare form?
I found this baggie that came to me from a guy by the name of Hunter, and it's like, oh, there's some baking powder in here.
Well, what if we told you, Baron? Don't take candy from strangers. But no, you're like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Hunter Biden hands you a bag. Ooh, pieces of candy.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then what we don't see, Cash, and we don't hear, but Baron's sitting there in his living room, and he's got his hands in front of him, and going, "Wow, look at my hands! Look how big they are, man!
No,
big and colorful, man!
No,
like,
I'm hearing
like
colors.
far out, man.
I'm hearing colors.
Dude. Yeah, man.
Hearing colors. Yeah.
Hearing colors now. Okay.
Oh yeah, you hear colors, man. It's like,
okay, hearing colors. Well, tell me at least with what you're on, you're not gonna take home $20 million after laying off 670 developers.
No, I go for more. Come on, I'm not. Hey, I go for pie in the sky. That's chump change.
Yes, Andrew Wilson, scum. That's scummy.
Yeah,
you lay off 670 developers and then you get a huge payday. That's corporate scum right there.
Yes, it is.
It says the boss of EA got $4 million bonus last year for launching EA Sports FC at the same time as he was laying off hundreds of developers. It's just an ordinary Monday today, and already we've had 3 stories about industry layoffs, with Embracer Group shutting down Alone in the Dark developer Pisces Interactive, Wizard with the Gun developer Galvanic Games announcing it's closing down, and Hi-Fi Rushmaker Tango Gameworks sharing some final photos of its studio before its closure. It's been like this for over a year now, with well over 10,000 developers having lost their jobs in the last 12 months, and yet that's not because of any of the publishers that own them are doing badly. In fact, quite the contrary. Despite having laid off over 670 developers earlier this year, EA has revealed that its top executives earned $60 million, or 47.3 million euro, between them over the last financial year, with CEO Andrew Wilson earning a staggering 25.6 million, or 20.2 million euro, all on his own. Wilson's pay, I guess. Wilson's pay packet works out at 1.3 million or 1 million euro in basic salary. How does he get by on just that? 20 million or 15.8 after you do the exchange rate in stock options, 3.44 million or 2.7 million after the exchange rate from a non-equity incentive plan, and 500,000 or 394,000 after the exchange rate of personal security benefits. That's 3.9 million more than Wilson earned last year, as according to the report highlighted by game developer. He hit all his key strategic and operating objectives and oversaw the successful launch of EA Sports FC brand after ditching the FIFA license. Well, that's how he did it. He cut costs, and when you cut costs in the corporate world, you get rewarded, which sucks.
Yes.
Which means you're not really cutting costs because now that money is going to him.
From a certain point of view, I have to say it like Obi-Wan. Alec Guinness, from a certain point of view.
But we have to cover ourselves a little bit though, Mike. Alleged scum.
Yeah, true. Allegedly. You could argue that an increase was deserved, except Wilson also oversaw 670 job cuts, despite the fact that the publisher is doing extremely well. Well, how can we make more money? Let's cut these development houses here, and here, and lay off these people.
Well, EA in general has just a long history of just being a bunch of scumbags to companies they bought and how they ruined them, got involved in them, what they did to everything from Maxis to different companies. It's ridiculous. They have a horrible history of stuff. Oh, was bought by EA. Even BioWare at the time was like, oh, we're going to be working with EA. Oh yeah, well, we saw where that went.
Yeah, it went nowhere.
Yep. Yep. It's a mess.
It is. It's a similar story for many publishers, from Microsoft to Take-Two, who know that cutting staff is an easy way to show profit growth, even if it's simply because they didn't have to spend as much on salaries that year, except for all the execs, of course. Ironically, Wilson was also praised for a year of continued employee satisfaction scores above industry benchmarks, which presumably didn't include the people he laid off. No shit.
I was just going to say that. I think there's a bunch of them might not be, but Now, did they do this before or after they got laid off? They probably said, "Hey, this is great. Okay, here you go. Bye. Don't let the door hit you.
Here's your severance package. Get out of here."
Yep. $17. How's that? That'll handle you for a month, won't it?
The average employee pay at EA last year was $148,704, or after the exchange rate, $117,221. That's not a useful figure, though, as it's heavily skewed by the pay given to execs, and almost all actual developers earned far less than that. Even so, Wilson still managed to take home over 172 times more than the average worker. That's not right at all.
Really not.
Goes on to say the second highest earning EA exec was president of EA Entertainment Technology and Central Development, Laura Mealy, who earned over 12 million, or after the exchange, 9.5 million, while third was Mala Singh with 6.9 million, or after the exchange rates, 5.4 million. Her job is Chief People Officer, so presumably her workload got significantly easier recently on the account of having far fewer people to officiate over. No shit. I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight.
Wow.
All right. So that's
how you
pretty
improve your
much.
productivity. I don't have that many people to watch over. See, I can get much more done now.
Look at that grin on that guy's face. I mean,
It's
just
smug, arrogant look.
Yes.
Just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the lizard people.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at that. You can tell it's not put on proper. There's some stuff that, you can see the gills on the side.
I'm going to give the media a lot of credit. They've been on this for a while now, and I'm glad they are, because these studios closing down. The only time I feel like a lot of these studios deserve to close down is when they just keep giving headaches to consumers, and they're doing things that are being they're shady. They're doing slimy stuff, and this stuff is definitely in the slimy category. It's like, oh yeah, I got rid of some workers and I got a big fat paycheck, bitch, in your face. Yeah.
And now I can buy that new jet, new yacht, or new mansion. I can buy that 4th vacation home if I want.
Yes.
Or that really expensive car I've been looking at.
Yep, pretty much.
This guy's scum.
He is
scum of the corporate world.
Mm-hmm. I hope the media doesn't tell these laid off programmers to learn the code like they did to all those other people that got fired.
Stupid.
I know.
Yeah, it is. It's very stupid.
Can you imagine the press doing that? A bunch of people who worked all their lives with their hands, they get basically laid off because of all these problems, and they're told, "Hey, learn the code." And then the reporter that stepped back and reported that gets laid off themselves, and they kind of go, "Hey, now it's your turn to learn the code."
Yeah.
What goes around comes around, It's like...
But it also goes to show that these game companies don't care, because they are taking a page from Hollywood by using companies like Sweet Baby Inc. to dictate what can and cannot happen in games.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The DEI crap is just it's still a problem.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if that is going to play a part in Insomniac Games finally losing money. But I mean, even Spider-Man 2 had a bloated budget, and we only found that out because of the leaks. But have better security over there, guys. Don't open emails or whatever the hell you did. I mean, have better security. It's like when CD Projekt Red thought it was a good idea to put it on Google Docs or whatever it was, a lot of the important information about The Witcher 3, and then it got leaked. Somebody hacked it. It was Google Docs or something like that. The Google Drive, whatever it is. Yeah,
it's not the smartest things to do.
No, it wasn't very smart.
Nope. But you know what? Also, wasn't the smartest thing to do. Be a James Wan of Nintendo.
It's part 2. Part 2 of our ever-loving story.
Yep. This is a follow-up to a story we talked about on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get article posted on all platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Should we get the sympathy music playing?
No.
Not the violin. I didn't do it. Yeah.
No.
It's like that Sessler guy.
No,
say those things.
Yeah. He dug his hole. Now he's got to lie in that hole. He made his bed. Now he's got to lie in it.
Yes, he does.
This is by John F. Trent, formerly of Bound Ends Comics, now of That Park Place. This was posted on the 19th. It says Nintendo of America manager James Wan attempts to deny that he encouraged racism against white people.
What?
Nintendo of America content production systems manager James Wan attempted to deny that he encouraged racism against white people. I bet he did.
I think what we should since he is probably still on the twatter on X on Twix or whatever, we should.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
I've thought about tagging this guy and saying, are you friends with Will Wheaton? I'm just curious.
He plays with my Wong all the time. He plays Wong all day long. Long time.
Oh boy.
One
made it clear he encouraged racism against white people when he advocated for anti-racism back in November 2020. He posted a thread on X detailing a drive he made from California to Washington and encountering a truck that had a sign that read "Diversity is a code word for white genocide." Well, hey James, guess what? You got to look at it like this.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Mm-hmm. It's called roll your eyes and move along. Nothing.
He wrote a thread 5 years ago when I was driving from California to Washington after getting the job. I drove through Oregon. I don't remember if. Okay. I mean, that's what he even says there in the tweet that you can see. I believe he meant if it happened before or after I stayed with my friend and his family in Beaverton, but I was approaching a pickup truck on the highway. Okay, yeah, that's what you tend to do. You tend to approach other vehicles on the highway, going in opposite directions.
Normally, yeah.
It was a pickup truck with a trailer with bales of hay. Why do I hear banjo music?
Ding 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 bing 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 ding 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 ding. Okay, go ahead.
The hay was covered by vinyl signs on each side. As I approached the rear, then was beside the trailer.
I'm sure that's not the first time he's done that.
Hello. Diversity is a code for white genocide. It had a URL and a hashtag. Oh, did you take a picture using your phone? We all got cameras on our phone nowadays. Did you take a picture?
He was shaking too much. I was so shaking.
Goes on to say, now I can vividly remember feeling provoked, Juan wrote, but I wasn't angry. I drove past the truck afraid. I felt uncomfortable, as if suddenly every other car on that highway was driven by a white person. Is this guy over dramatic or what?
Very.
Yeah, there's a lot of people on the road that are white that are driving. I don't mean the
what?
I want to try to break this to you gently here, Mr. Wongy, Short Wong. But yeah, it's a lot of white people do drive on the highway, and a lot of white people have differing views all across the board. And a lot of them like to put stuff on their vehicles and bumper stickers, particularly women, especially women have a lot of cats, and they put that in the back of their car along with other crazy, stupid things too. So I mean, there's women driving too. I thought this was Saudi Arabia. Never mind. Back to you, Mike.
Well, we all know there are certain areas where you're driving. It's white knuckle driving.
Yep.
And the reason why it's called that is because you're gripping your steering wheel so hard, going, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!" Trust me, there are areas from here to Virginia. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. It just keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble. No one's gonna bother you. It's the ones that come in and cause a lot of problems that end up being used for gator bait. I don't know if they have gators up in Oregon, but maybe it's that elusive Oregoni crocodile that we've never seen before.
Fear. That's what I remembered, he stated. I remember driving into a small town to eat at a Subway because there wasn't going to be any food for much further into the drive, and that I needed to eat my food fast, play cool, and then leave because everyone in there was white. Oh no! Sounds like a bad Halloween horror flick. Everybody in here. Everybody in here is white. Coming this October to a theater near you.
White people's revenge.
Yeah. There's white people in this town. What do you mean about that, Kimosabi? If someone's from the reservation nearby comes over and slaps them upside the head.
Goes on to say, he continued, I wasn't sure if other patrons were looking at me while I ate. I was on alert for no good reason except I didn't want to be provoked by anything or called out by anyone. Usually when you go into a restaurant and you're minding your own business and eating your food, other patrons are also minding their own business and eating their food. They're oblivious to you.
The young woman behind the counter looked up at me and smiled, but she smiled in that one way, and the words that were dripping out of her mouth just made me almost pee my pants. Hi, welcome to Subway. How may I help you today? I thought I was going to Quiznos. Sorry.
I don't even know if they're still around.
Yeah, we got one nearby. We got one nearby. I've only had them once.
Same. The remainder of the trip was beautiful, he relayed. I remember driving over a bridge that led me into the mountains, into Washington State. The nature I saw on that drive was breathtaking and incredible, and it allowed me to forget about what happened as I drove by that truck. Oh, gosh, you're fragile, dude.
Well, little does he know that bridge was used for the annual hanging of people by the name of James Wong coming through the village. Just, just in case. What? I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
No, I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, for crying out loud, how can you? Is that ridiculous? Is that ridiculous? I mean, if this was reversed, right? And this is a white guy talking about coming into a predominantly black town in the South somewhere and pulling in, and someone has a bumper sticker of Malcolm X on the side of the vehicle, and they start saying this stuff. What would happen?
The backlash would be never ending.
It would never end. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't Twilight Zone, man. Come on, man. This is, this is America. And I'll bet you that town is split because you're in Oregon. Oregon is one of the most liberal states out there.
These are the most... These are the annoying people because everything has to be so dramatic with them. I was scared for my life. Sure.
I'm scared for my life every time I come on to Pop Talk.
Me too.
Especially with Cash and Baron.
The thing is they probably found that lone person who's got the shortwave set so he can try listening to Alex Jones. And that's possible. The one person. Yes. Hey, we got that town there? Yeah, we got one listener. Hey!
That's right. That's it. Every time.
To no surprise, one then called for racism against whites. I still think about the drive once in a while with the discourse of racism, anti-racism, etc. I remind myself of how I felt at the time. I think it's a reminder that we all really do need to be anti-racist. We need to call people out when they make that simple joke. What about you? You're making a mountain out of a molehill, dude.
Well, you know what? I agree with them. James Wong, you're a racist. James Wong, you're absolutely racist. No, that's racist you're doing there. Okay, you want to be called out? We're calling you out. If someone's going out there doing racist things, well, congratulations, man. You just won the prize. Because what you're doing is just that. Fear-mongering another ethnicity is racism.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. No matter how you spin it, it's still racism.
When you're trying to spin the hearts and minds of people to be afraid of somebody else that is not like you, whether it's skin color, religion, chin, I don't care. All across the board, right? It doesn't matter. If you're doing that, you are promoting bigotry and racism. I should say. Congratulations. You won the prize. How does it feel? This is the Alec Baldwin Douchebag Award for the week.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are you guys are worse than that.
They project.
You're worse.
Yes, always.
You are the first NIMBYs out there. These are NIMBYs. They'll go out there and talk to somebody's face about how wonderful they are and promote, but they're not moving my neighborhood.
And I do want to say hello to Kathy Skywalker, who will be our guest next Wednesday on Pacific414 Pop Talk.
Unless we scare her off, but we hope you're there. No, what this guy wrote was, and you know what? My tone of my voice, I am not offended. I'm just irritated. Absolutely irritated. Because I'm sorry, I don't believe in reverse racism. There is no such thing.
Nope.
Racism is racism, no matter what.
That's what it is.
No matter how you cut it, it's all racism.
Right. I don't want to even hear that phrase, reverse racism. I want to walk up to every one of my pale friends that say that and slap them upside the head and say, listen here, red cheek. And no, that's not the case. It is racism. Quit playing their fucking game.
That's right.
DJ Ronnie G says, yay and greetings, Kathy Skywalker. And Kathy Skywalker says, looking forward to it. So it goes on to say, author Ibram X. Kendi makes it clear in his book, How to Be an Anti-Racist, that being anti-racist really means to be racist. He wrote, the defining question is whether the discrimination is creating equity or inequity. If discrimination is creating equity, then it is anti-racist. If discrimination is creating inequity, then it is racist. Kendi then elaborates, someone reproducing inequity through permanently assisting and overrepresented racial growth into wealth and power is entirely different than someone challenging that inequity by temporarily assisting an underrepresented racial group into relative wealth and power until equity is reached. It is clear that he is endorsing discrimination based on one's skin color. And this is exactly what Juan is doing.
Well, exactly. And, when it comes right down to it, it gets more insidious than that, Mr. Wong. It's not necessarily color that does it, but family. Go to many of these places and you'll find that there's a couple people with the quote-unquote prominent families, and they're treated far different than the rest of the people. And that town might be all, wait for it, white.
Mm-hmm.
Discrimination happens across the board, even along social class.
Yep. And Kathy says, I am a fan of a lot of shows and movies, so you're in for it. That's all right. It's all about you next Wednesday, Kathy.
No, I'm scared.
And I'm going to play this clip real quick.
Anonymous. Anonymous. Anonymous.
We have Anonymous. Says, yes, Baron, it's just plain racist. Get it right.
Yep. Right. And again, I'm not triggered. Really, I'm not. I'm not hurt. I'm not offended. I am not crawling into a shell. I'm just being George Carlin and doing this.
I call bullshit.
That's all I'm doing. It's like he can think whatever I wants about me, because the big secret is, if you don't respect the people, then what do you care about what they say about you? It's those that you do respect, and usually that takes something to build up a relationship with that does that. Then I can understand, and usually it can be worked out. But I don't know this Wangi, and I don't give a fuck about him. So I'm not offended. Irritated, yeah, but I'm irritated at more of the system that encourages this.
Mosquitoed. Clarify that, Anonymous. Or what, are we like mosquitoes buzzing around you all the time, sucking your blood? Are we parasites? Are you calling us parasites? Ha ha ha!
I am. I'm living off your fame.
He knows I'm joking with him.
I'm living off your fame, man. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here, basking in your glory.
Article continues by saying now one is denying that he encouraged racism against whites through the advocacy of anti-racism. He wrote, "No, I do not hate white people. Anyone who actually knows me, both offline and online, knows this. And I never encourage racism against white people." That's patently absurd. The article headline is slander.
I love it. I love it. He pulled off the old, I can't be racist. I know white people. Congratulations. You have come full circle. You have passed the racist class. Yay. Give him the fucking award. Give him the diploma. Sing, my dogs. Sing with glory.
Oh, well, Baron did warn us that he's wired this evening.
I did warn you. I did. Hey, pain pills are my friends. Hey, dogs. Hey, okay, I'm done. Okay, thank you. They went off script. They were starting an ad lib, so my apologies.
People are butts, Kathy. I'm just gonna say that they're butts.
Mm-hmm. I love
and,
it.
And you're right. You're right. The person's an idiot for saying that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not racist. I know white people. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. We need to make that into a bumper sticker. I'm not racist. I know white people. And then underneath it, James Wong.
He continued, that should be obvious to anyone who can take a step back, a deep breath, and look at the website to which the article belongs. Something feels off about it. Like it was written with help of AI. It's clickbait with an invitation to throw fuel to its fire. Well, if it was, James, then why are you so quick to defend yourself?
He's pulling the cheap fake now. Yay! He's ahead of the game.
Are you saying that it's slander, James? No, really, I want to know. I want to know. Is it slander?
Mm-hmm. If it is, you have a case. You have a case. You can go after him if that's slander.
Yeah. Articles like it are incentivized to attract engagement and generate hate and toxicity. Just like this platform you're reading my post on, he stated, well, then why are you using X?
Mm-hmm.
Because these people are narcissists and they need attention. Then they go, oh, they're coming after me. I didn't do anything. Like, if you actually did something, then it's one thing. But he obviously did. But if you didn't do something, then yeah, you should defend yourself. But this guy is just,
because he's using X because it's a platform to help spread toxic and all the other stuff too.
Right,
so
exactly.
I mean, again, going back to the source. Good job, James.
They say this. No, I didn't say that. Then they go, I'm a victim. That's how this guy is starting to act.
Oh, that's next. Yeah. Well, he already is. He's already seen.
Yeah, of course.
The headline of the article is designed to trigger folks, and the narrative is manufactured. Yeah, but your tweets, you might say to me, what do you have to say about yourself? that I'm one of many who experienced prejudice, racism in America at different times in my life. He added, opinions are my own, is in my bio. This disclaimer means that I'm not an official spokesperson. It's not difficult to process this. Yes, but James, people know that you work for Nintendo. You represent Nintendo whether you're on the clock or off the clock.
Yeah. You're never off the clock in that position, honestly.
Yeah.
You aren't.
And James, we all should know this, that what you post on social media may come back to haunt you one day. Next, he wrote, I've been told the article spawned a Reddit post about me, as well as a YouTube video going over said article. I haven't watched the video and have better things to do with my time, like actually working sustainably, as I can in this line of work, maintaining healthy relationships with everyone and enjoying life and video games outside of a job. But no, let's grab pitchforks and torches, folks. I'm just a person in marketing with a long history of game industry work who has helped ship actual products since starting a QA in 1998. But James, again, we all have to be careful what we post on social media because, again, it will come back to bite us in the ass.
I got to sit back and say, so you list all that stuff. So Mussolini made the trains run on time. I mean, it's the same thing, you know.
He goes on to say, I evolved in my career path by being respectful, becoming a better listener, and working ridiculous hours. I joined Nintendo almost 9 years ago. If anyone bothers to look at my pinned self-intro or other tweets where I'm celebrating another milestone year of working. But now let's go to toxicity generating website like It's the Bible and believe with other circles that I wasn't hired based on my work experience, ethic, and skills, he said. Additionally,
no one said that.
No one's saying that. No one's saying that.
No one said a word out of the entire article about that.
No. Additionally, it may shock some to learn that organizations can have thousands of staff who don't and can't know everything about the goings on. It's the entire opposite of a hive mind or a mob, he continued. Next, he claimed he was being harassed. Those harassing me and others are the ones doing the actual gaslighting and rage baiting. It's amazing. Using my last name and your racial epithet tells us about your character, not mine.
What?
He then declared,
using my last name and epithet is what? When was his last name used in an epithet? Really? Where? When? It's his name, James Wong.
Yeah.
Is that now saying your name is now a racial epithet? I go out there and start calling everyone, hey, Wong. And now it's going to become the W word? What is it here? Come on, Mr. Wong, tell me.
He then declared, I can't imagine spending so much time on this website to be a hateful bully like that when I have an actual life and job, where I'm always learning, growing, and working with good-natured folks of all backgrounds, even politically opposite, who are really, really great at what they do and are respectful and professional. Yes, in the workplace, we're all respectful and professional.
Can I say this?
call bullshit.
I bet you he can't stand anybody of a different political persuasion. I'll put money down on that.
He can't as well.
Anyway, throughout this, the showing and surge of support and something like 600-ish new followers is appreciated. Take care of yourself and have a nice day, he concluded. To no one's surprise, Juan was the aggressor, accusing gamers of being angry bigots. He wrote, it feels like all these angry bigots were better people before their con idols gave them terms they should get mad about, when those terms are concepts that have been around forever. He then added, "You mean this thing like from 2000 is woke? Always has been." And what do I make about this now? Well, it could be regret for posting that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to play damage control, I'm sure.
Well, yeah. He didn't think anyone would catch this.
No.
He thought he was preaching to the choir. He thought he was in the echo chamber.
That's
he thought he was
right.
in the bubble.
You got it.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But someone came across that because he forgets that he is in that bubble. And like I said, I'm sure he does not in any way, shape, and form entertain anybody outside of his thinking around him, including at work. And that someone who does that sees it. And the thing is blatantly a racist diatribe that he has, insulting so many people in this country, especially when he starts blanketing white people.
That's why, you know, this
Right.
is just another example of the clown show, man. That's it's just every time.
No, honestly, I don't care if he's racist or not.
Yeah.
I really don't. The only thing I ask you to is please be honest. That's all.
That's right.
That's the only thing I'm asking about. I you know, again, I'm not put out by you because I don't give a shit about you.
Exactly.
But at least be honest about it. Just come out and up in front, because you know you're not going to get anything from me, one way or another.
No, I'm not gonna go to your Twitter account and harass you. That's
No, I
not
guess
what
I
my
won't
Twitter
either.
account's for. My
No.
Twitter account is to promote what's happening on this and my other channels.
Right. I got better time watching Scammer Payback or IPD. You know. I mean,
And
honestly,
Cassie, have a good supper.
oh yeah,
Yes.
sounds good.
Looking forward to Wednesday. Next Wednesday, that is. But yeah, I'm not gonna harass him. He's already dug his own hole. Now he's gonna figure out how to get out of it.
And he'll probably keep digging that hole as many times as he can.
Well, he'll get out of it unless more pressure is put on him. Let's just put it that way. If gamers,
Well, he's quite arrogant too about his job and this and that. It's
Right.
just, it's really funny to me. It's like, well, dude, I hope it's all works out for you, because you know.
Because this article coming out is that he did here with his little soliloquy, you might say, is not helping him.
No,
it's making things worse and giving more ammunition. And it's like, do you want people to dig into your stuff even more? This is just somebody who came across one of your comments making about that. People can dig, and when you start giving them a challenge, and that they don't have enough time on their hands, well, they're gonna take you up on it, buddy.
Yeah, they are.
Yes,
it's
they
something
will.
we all have to keep in mind. Like I said, when we're on social media, whatever we post, it may come back and haunt us.
Right.
Yep.
Except for those pictures I actually had released on the internet that might be more harmful for those that see it than, you know. And I'm sorry, I was told it was supposed to be a tasteful, artistic photo shoot, and yeah, sorry.
And I do want to say hello to everybody's favorite penguin besides Punk Waddle, Low Spec Linux Laptop. Good to see you, Low Spec.
2 penguins enter, 1 penguin leaves.
So, gentlemen, you ready to discuss the new design for Lara Croft?
Oh, great!
Of course, man. You mean the Phoebe Waller-Bridge Lara Croft?
With Cash's chin. With Cash's chin.
With my beautiful chin? Yeah, I mean, I can see Phoebe Waller. The face.
Well,
I don't know.
I see it, and I'll show people and get their opinion.
I mean,
It's
at
just
least
my
she
opinion.
still looks like a woman. I'll say that.
Yeah, but it looks
Phoebe
like
what? Phoebe Waller-Bridge? I don't think so.
Okay.
That picture is not flattering of her. That's for sure.
I don't think I've found any picture flattering of her. But my God, is she in the new? Is she in Beetlejuice, the new one?
No, she's
oh my
not
God,
in Beetlejuice.
You know how much? You know how much makeup work? You know how much makeup work they'd save in money by hiring her on? Oh my! Just walk
yeah,
on
I know, right?
Ready to go.
She could be. She could definitely be in Beetlejuice. I can see it. Yeah.
And that's the new Lara Croft. I
Yeah,
could see it. I could see it.
Oh God, please don't. Please don't.
Looks like Leon from Silent Hill.
Everybody, I'm sorry, but there was a disclaimer before the program, so don't complain too much. But he did put that disclaimer.
Oh man,
God,
disclaimer's always been there for Pop Talk,
and this time
in some fashion or another.
This time it was.
There is no way though Phoebe Waller-Bridge actually did her research on Laura Croft. I can't. Not enough, anyways. I can't see it. I just can't.
Okay,
right.
okay. That gets this one, Cash.
What the hell you say?
Jeez. It's something, man. It's always something.
And DJ wants to know, would they them date me? I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
I think you better ask your turtles there, DJ. See what they think about stuff.
Turtle bar. Oh my God.
So this article is by Matt McGloin, and it says Tomb Raider reveals Lara Croft redesign. First revealed back in February on the character's birthday, this is apparently the unified look to be used across all forms of media. Once again, going viral thanks to IGN reposting an article on X. Check out the Crystal Dynamics redesign of Lara Croft in the upcoming Tomb Raider Next video game. That's their title? Tomb Raider Next?
Why not? It's worked for.
I mean,
I guess.
Like when the Indians changed to the name Guardians.
I mean, come on. Tomb Raider, the hunt for more legends, or
Yeah, I like that.
Sounds better than Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
Tomb Raider Next. I mean, Shadow of the Tomb Raider was a pretty good title. Rise of the Tomb Raider was a good title.
Good.
How about Tomb Raider? The saunas of Lesbos. There we go.
The saunas of Lesbos.
Of Lesbos. You know, it's an island. Lesbos.
Well,
yes.
Well, what about the Legend of the Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Or just Legend of the Tomb Raider.
And what are they going to do? Reboot the series again? There's no reason for them to do that. Oh, for fuck's sake.
The image below first surfaced on February 14th, Laura's birthday, on a newly launched Tomb Raider website. The pic features Lara Croft looking like her classic Tomb Raider self with the blue tank top, brown shorts as she sports two guns. As noted, the image looks just like the character in Call of Duty, so this is assumed to be a new unified look of the character. This might also be the look in the upcoming live-action series coming to Amazon Prime from Phoebe Waller-Bridge and Marvel's writer Megan McDonnell.
Boo!
The new Tomb Raider Next video game also has Amazon games supporting development. So again, this looks to be the unified design across all forms of media. If it's not broken, why fix it?
Her face was fine. Look, I understand what Low Spec is saying about Rise of the Tomb Raider, but her face was fine in that. I don't think her face is terrible in this or anything, but it's not the best.
It's because
it's not the best.
No, this is a game ridiculous, folks. It really is.
It really is, and it's good to see Cap here. Late night with Cap. JT, good to see you. All right. It says details are slim about the new game, but there are rumors. There's always rumors.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that the next Tomb Raider game will be fully open world. It will be set in India, featuring vast sceneries, free use of the motorcycle, parachute, and common Lara traversal methods to unrestrictedly navigate across a big map and its challenges. Using Unreal Engine 5, should be released in less than a year, assuming no issues. A natural disaster strikes northern India, revealing ancient Emperor Ahsoka, or I'm just saying Ahsoka. I don't care.
It's all the same now, anyways. Yeah.
Well, that's what it looks like.
I know.
I'm not being critical.
Ruins and artifacts. Laura strategically races against a society of raiders and other rivals for these powerful relics. Wait a minute. I thought we had read an article a few months ago saying that she's not going to be going after old relics.
Colonialism has reared its ugly head yet again, folks.
Dun, dun.
Watch out, pygmies. Here we come.
The Society of Raiders are inspired by Laura, yet unaffiliated, and might have some opposite agendas. No shit, Sherlock.
I am
saying that a lot tonight.
Shocked.
This also relates to a new feature based on recruiting teams and allies to strategically aid you in missions and defeating rivals. There's emphasis on a new non-lethal combat option. Oh, come on!
Oh, no,
It's
no.
It's Tomb Raider!
I want to shove a grenade down someone's pants and pull the pin and push them off the cliff. Come on!
Peace, not war, man. No worries, Cap. We all get busy.
That's the question. Will he hit the ground first or explode first, Or maybe it'll be simultaneous. It can turn into a drinking game.
No. You're encounter an enemy in the game. It's going to be a cutscene. You're going to be given a choice. Kill him or kumbaya, my lord.
Kumbaya.
Oh, boy. Anything's possible now. But
nowadays in gaming, well, like I said, it's happening in Hollywood. Now it's happening in gaming.
Well, it's not surprising. They go hand in hand. It's like pretty soon the music, feelings, nothing more than feelings. I'm Laura. I was wrong.
Look, I still feel
we need to discuss our feelings, Cash and Baron.
That's right.
Laura's going to teach us how to get in touch with our inner feelings. Okay,
I'll tell you when I know what I want to feel. Sorry.
I understand the argument about, yes, I want to see the gameplay and stuff, but this whole thing about this stronger jawline on these female characters is just getting ridiculous. Yes, I understand that some people are probably going crazy, like, oh, it looks more mannish and stuff. But I mean, yes, it looks like a woman, but it's also like you can't put it past them that they're not going to do this stuff because of things we've seen with Fable. Other stuff besides it. Fable is one of the worst.
What about Horizon?
Examples.
The Horizon games.
Yes. The especially not the first one, but the second one definitely. Yes.
What about the new Mortal Kombat? How they made?
Yes. That's not it. That's a bad. Yes. Yes. That's another.
I'm just bringing up examples, Cash.
I know.
Looks like a woman, but talks like a man. No. But
I feel like we have to. That's right. I feel we have to keep beating this drum because this never stops. It's funny, sure, but it's also insulting to these characters too.
Oh, it is, yeah. I won't be happy until she has a 5 o'clock shadow. Okay, that's all I can say.
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what's insulting to the character. Have you seen the pictures for the new Superman?
Well, that looks like
fan of the suit.
Well, that looks like
that's Henry Cavill right there.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the one.
That's not what we're talking about, Bear. That's not what we're talking about.
Looks like a pencil neck geek. Get the Henry Cavill back. That guy looks like a pencil neck geek.
So we have this article by J.B. Augustine from Down in the Comics. So I'm not going to actually read it. I'm just going to go through and show you all the pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, look,
hell
see,
is
they
that?
also, if you look closer on it, Baron, too, it has these stripes on the suit too,
Yeah, I
which
see it.
looks kind of. Do you see them? Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know if you saw them clear enough, but
No.
because the picture's a little smaller,
Yeah, I can
it
see it.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, it's just it looks weird.
I
It's
can
got
enlarge
kind
it
of
if you
like,
need me to.
yeah, it's got some kind of extra emblem on it. The stripes, it looks. I don't think it
I
looks
don't
that
know.
good. And then the the other part is a bit baggy. I don't know. It's just kind of, yeah. If you can see the patches of the other
Yeah.
stripes, I just, yeah. We were
Yeah, he
talking.
needs.
Mike and I were talking about this yesterday on 540, and
Yep.
it just. I think
Uh,
this is one of those stories that needs to be, and pictures keep being shown. It's just
yeah,
not the
definitely
best.
needs more padding in the front there, if you know what I mean. But no, and no,
Yeah,
that's Superman. He looks does he that doesn't look like a Superman to me.
it just doesn't. It's just that fabric too. It just. I know other people are like, "What now? You guys are going to complain?" Like, I've already seen a bunch of tweets about this. Like, yeah, I'm going to still complain about it because it just doesn't look that good. Why do we need those patches where we had the Christopher Reeve one, and then of course, the one with Henry Cavill? I like those suits. I don't care what
Mhm.
anybody says. I think those suits were fine.
Even Brandon Roth.
Yeah, his
saying
suit
what?
wasn't bad either. I
Well,
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Lois and Clark, with Dean Cain.
Yes.
I mean, those
Yeah,
are your
Dean Cain.
classics.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely. Yeah.
I am happy to see that they got the quote unquote red shorts again, because I always thought,
Yeah.
this didn't seem right without that differing of the colors.
True.
To break up the color scheme
Yeah.
a little bit. So I'm sorry, I like that classic look. I thought that was a bad move
Yeah.
to take that away.
Exactly. Yes.
So I said something good. I said
Yeah.
something good. I like the S. The S kind of looks back to the old days too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard not to be critical of this because we have the awesome suits before. The awesome suits are fine. But what did we say? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's just
Right. But really, maybe if they put somebody else in that Superman suit, maybe it'll look better. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't.
it
I'm not
definitely
sure.
doesn't fit him right.
Some people have said, "Oh, it'll look better in CGI." Other people are like, "This suit looks really good." I'm like, if you feel that way, fine. I can't. There's just the fabric is just not.
If you need CGI to fix the
Exactly.
suit, there's
Yeah,
something
man,
wrong
right?
with the suit.
Yep,
Oh,
exactly.
God.
That's the whole thing, dude. There's something wrong,
Hey, you know something? This bottle of my painkillers, it says that not to take with alcohol. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I get that, man. Some people
Yeah,
did it.
I wasn't crazy about Cavill's suit myself.
I understand that. Some people
No,
probably
I didn't
thought
like
it
Cavill's suit.
It looked too tight or something. I don't think it's a terrible design. It's better than this one.
I just didn't like that. Yeah, you did have the red in the cape, but the suit itself was all blue, except for
right. I got you. It
yes.
didn't have the right.
Yeah,
right. They did that.
There's an iconic look to Superman that you need to maintain, even in films. Just like there's an iconic look to Batman that you need to maintain.
Agreed.
You can change the color of the suit, but it still has to look like a Batman suit.
Yes.
Exactly. And I mean, obviously, with the '89 Batman, they took a big change because of an all black suit. And looked like more armor than anything else, but in all reality, it still had the look. It had the yellow or gold oval with the bat in the center, and you had the little pointed ears. And you had the cape. I mean, that's Batman.
It is
because he's Batman. I'm Batman. No.
Who are you? I'm Batman. I should put that clip back up.
Never heard of you. Well, that's why I'm telling you, I'm Batman. I want people to know that I'm Batman. Oh, well, there's a publicity house down there. They can take care of that for you. I'm just a street thug. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, it would actually.
Yeah. I mean, even somebody. Let me get back to it. Somebody here, Richard, over on X said, "I think David Cornsweet's Superman and Robert Pattinson's Batman would have looked really good together.
Mm-hmm.
I could see it. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
A Justice League idea if they wanted to try that again. But really think about it, really have a plan for it, not just try to compete with Marvel and say, "Oh, we got to do a Justice League."
Right.
Yeah, their version of a piece of candy. Ooh, a piece of candy.
Mm-hmm.
Quick! Avengers was successful. We got to do our own thing. What do we got? Justice League. All right. Do any of these other characters have their own separate movie? No, who cares? Who cares? We got to slap it together.
Mm-hmm. And it'll be Darkseid, and you'll be this intergalactic power that can take half the galaxy away. Wait a moment, where have we heard that before?
Wait. Isn't that Thanos? Fired! You're fired.
Yeah, out the window.
yeah, they could have used somebody else besides Darkseid, though. Darkseid is a great character, but yeah, I see where you guys.
Well, are they using Darkseid? I was just kidding.
No, they did. Yeah, no. Darkseid was used in the Justice League, especially the Snyder.
No, I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Oh, I haven't seen.
And this new one, I don't know who the villain's supposed to be in this new one. I just know I saw the Joss Whedon version of Justice League, and then I saw the Zack Snyder version.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I didn't like the Joss Whedon one, and the Zack Snyder one, I had to take breaks watching that one. I couldn't sit through the whole 4 hours watching it.
Yeah. I understand people have some mixed feelings about that, but I would still say that's probably a better direction for DC than what's going on now. I just think these guys are somewhat lost.
I don't think James Gunn and Peter Safran have a direction. Just my opinion.
I'm like, it's just watch some of the old animation stuff from the 90s and so on. You get so much inspiration from that, and just build on that. Especially since they're all. Mm-hmm.
What's the old?
I'm sure
animated Fleischer Superman shorts from the 30s and 40s.
Mm-hmm.
Those are fantastic.
Yes,
they're in public domain as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this guy hates the '89 Batman. How do you know he even?
I know
that's drives me crazy, because a lot of that was being based off of '89.
Drive me crazy. It's like, however you feel, you have to understand that movie did so much to push things, push Marvel films, even DC films, even superhero films in general. I mean, just even if you don't like that, you have to understand, you have to respect that enough to say, you know, we want to. If people would just come out and say we want to continue in something more like Batman '89, I think that would make a lot of fans happy. But they just won't do it. They won't do it. So,
well, I mean, if he loves the Flash so much, it must have irked him when everyone responded well to Michael Keaton.
Right. And even in that,
but then you hear the rumors. I don't know how true they are, but you hear how crappy Michael Keaton was treated on the set of Flash.
I'm sure he was.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
it's like, wait a minute. Without Michael Keaton, you wouldn't have your cinematic superhero universe DC.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And I'm not going to forget, without Christopher Reeve, you wouldn't have that same cinematic universe.
Right.
No. I know they didn't refer to it as such back then, but still.
Because he really didn't have that back then.
It just doesn't make any sense. You want to take on, you're basically almost like the CEO, or you're the one in charge of DC, and you want to hate on Batman '89. Like, even if you don't like the movie, but you can't understand how important it is. Come on, James Gunn. What are you doing, man?
James Gunn we're talking about.
And people will be like, oh, I'm still excited about what James Gunn is going to do. It's like, did you watch the Suicide Squad? Oh, it made money. So? Whatever.
He's too busy.
I'm not hating on people who like this stuff or don't like this stuff, but it's just, it's so crazy to me for anyone to come out and say Batman 89 is a problem. No, I didn't like that movie. Come on, James Gunn. Seriously? Just say I didn't like that movie, but I understand that it's important. Can he say those words? No, of course not.
No, he's too busy trying to wipe all those tweets about kids off his Twitter.
Yep.
He'll never understand what the 89 Batman film means to those of us who were 11, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old at the time when that movie came out. I was 11, so.
Yeah, it's just...
I was a 35-year-old virgin.
If we don't have Batman 89, how do we get to the point that we get the Nolan films? I don't think the Nolan films happen without that film. I just don't.
Well, you're absolutely right, because everyone was still assuming Batman, and when Batman came out, there was still a large segment that was thinking the Adam West style. Oh, it's going to be a campy film. And that's all they associated Batman with, was the campiness of Adam West.
Right.
And so, I mean, just as much in Superman, I don't want to take anything away from Superman or Christopher Reeve, because that showed that you could do a decent superhero film.
Yeah,
but Batman 89
really
was
good
the
one too. Yeah.
And Batman 89 though gave it legitimacy.
Yes.
And really got people going. So, I mean, when you get not only Michael Keaton, but you get Jack Nicholson in there, it makes people sit up a little bit going,
where does he get all those wonderful toys?
Yeah,
exactly.
Very good Joker. Yes.
I still have my original VHS copy of Batman.
Nice.
Even though I did buy the 4-set Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I still have it. Here, I'll grab it and show it to you guys.
Go ahead, man.
I'm trying to remember if I do.
I think my dad still has his somewhere.
Yeah. I know I got it on DVD. But yeah, I try to remember. Yeah, I think I did have it. Yeah. Time travels so oddly sometimes. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to like something.
No.
To understand the impact and okay, we want to replicate something about this. I mean, you can't hate the whole thing, can you? You hate the fact that Gotham City look like Gotham City? Is that the thing? You want to look like Peoria? Okay, make it look like Peoria then. I don't know what you have against Peoria, but in all honesty, yeah. I can understand if you didn't like the story or whatever, but you have to admit that the artisticness that was put into that film, the hard work with the sets, the costuming, even the special effects, my word, what an impressive movie that was, just alone by that.
Yes, it was. And I know other people don't like the fact that Batman doesn't kill and Batman doesn't do this, but Batman killed in the comics before, so people might want to go back and do some more research.
when hasn't he died? Him and Superman died a lot.
Right?
I mean,
they did, man. Yeah, they did.
I mean, if you really want to go down to it, the Joker's first time he was out, he was only going to be a one-time villain, one and done. But he was so popular, they had to find a way to resurrect him because literally at the end he was dead. He was killed.
I had no problems with like Napier having killed Batman's parents, Bruce Wayne's parents. I was fine with that. But yeah, I guess I understand Batman doesn't kill and his whole thing about killing the Joker and stuff. And I've had some conversations about this. I said, well, I mean, you can feel that way, but that's
Batman
fine.
killed.
Batman did in the comics before,
whenever he needed to. Yeah, you're
when it was
going down
necessary.
To
Yes.
Now you're going down the Adam West, wacky 60s stuff. But I mean, even Batman 89, didn't he tuck that dynamite down the guy's belt and shove him over the side of the building with a smile on his face, and you heard the boom? No, it was just a scratch. It was like a lightsaber through the heart. I mean, he was fine.
He had to do what was necessary in the Dark Knight. He just had to. There was no question about it. That
Well, I'm
man.
talking about.
Which one?
I'm talking about
Okay.
89. I'm
You said
talking about 89.
hanging on. Oh yeah, 89, hanging on. But I remember he's hanging on as well in The Dark Knight. So I wasn't okay. Yeah.
No, he wasn't hanging. He was on the top. He put the dynamite down, lit dynamite down the guy's front, and pushed him off the edge of the building. And you heard the bam, and he's walking away with a goofy smile. I mean, it's like,
yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, no, all that stuff. I mean, Joker, just like in The Dark Knight or even Batman 89, it was just, yeah, he's a sociopath. He's a psychopath. You know, you gotta do what's necessary. Very cool.
There she is.
And just so you know, that
he's not
she
lying.
is.
Nice. Yep.
And we start the bidding at.
And because I do have a VHS copy of it,
I still think Returns is a good film. I like 89 better, but I still think Returns is good.
I have a hard time with that one. It's just,
is it the penguin biting the nose or
just the penguin in general? That's not the penguin, man.
I gotcha.
Come on, man.
I didn't hate that movie though, Baron. I
had a hard time with that one. I walked out of the theater and was so underwhelmed by that one. I have to confess.
You just didn't like Danny
14-year-old me loved Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman.
She was really good as Catwoman, yeah. I'll say that definitely.
Oh, yeah.
So was it the penguin that somewhat killed that movie for you then, Baron?
Well, yeah, in some ways. Okay. How they portray the penguin and all that, because that's not Oswald
You didn't like him living in the sewers?
No. The penguin is supposed to be a bit more dapper, man.
I know. He doesn't live in the sewers. I get it. I didn't think it was a horrible take on him, but yeah, I understand, man.
I couldn't get into it. I'm sorry. I just couldn't.
I know it's not one of my favorites. That's for sure.
And they give him flippers for hands. It's like, no, that's not.
Yeah,
they
did.
The penguin.
Yeah, that's true. Penguin. Yeah, I know. Right. Mm-hmm.
He was called the penguin because he always dressed dapper, and his grandmother always made him go out with an umbrella in case of the rain, and people would make fun of him.
Right. I mean, the ones in the Batman the Animated Series did it very well. That was the penguin. You know, he's living up in the. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I didn't like that he had the flippers in Batman Returns. I'm with Baron on that.
I gotcha. Yeah.
And you know, maybe it was also because I was used to the Burgess Meredith portrayal of the penguin.
Yeah,
which was a good one. Yes. No, which would have worked even in the.
Yes. Yeah, it was weird. It's like, why is Penguin living in the sewers and stuff? I mean, they explained it, but come on, you know, like Croc. Yeah, Croc, it makes sense. It makes sense for Croc to live in the sewers, but my brother just said that because he just came into the room. It's true, but why is Penguin living in the sewers?
I heard you guys talking about how, you know, they were trying to think of ways to bring the Joker back in the comic book. I know. I'm not going to assume that Cash is familiar with this game that was on. Pretty much Genesis. It was also on NES, Super NES, but Batman Return of the Joker, which was the direct sequel to the Batman game released for the 89 movie.
Yeah, I was watching Angry Video Game Nerd. I was watching something. He was playing that. Yeah, that's you get to level 3 and said everything goes to hell, basically.
Yeah, it does. It does. I read in that game. That's exactly what happens. It's like, oh crap.
Man, I just that's funny. Yeah. That's funny you bring that up because I was just watching Angry Video Game Nerd playing that. And of course, the only time I used the Genesis was because I never owned one. I have a lot of Genesis games now because of Steam, but before, like, I would go to a friend's house and play it. So yeah, Genesis was cool, man. Genesis and Nintendo, man. That was a legitimate console war. Legitimate. Yeah,
it was, and you know, for a time when, you know, you would look at the NES and then the Genesis comes out as, you know, maybe not the first 16-bit system because you also had the TurboGrafx 16. at the time, but definitely one of the ones that made people go, "Wow, look at those graphics!" And then Nintendo's like, "Wait, you got something in the works." And then they come out with the Super Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like the ColecoVision when that came out back in the day. It's like, whoa, this stuff looks really good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But that was towards the end, anyways, of that first wave of console, you know, because it's Atari and television. That was a big console war going on. Need to say Atari was winning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and there's going to be some extended Atari 50th thing going on, so I might think about picking that up. We'll see. I might.
Of course, edited for a modern audience.
Right, not for a modern audience. That's the funny thing, because the games are so old. But yeah.
Oh, I don't know if a lot
Tim
of people
saying
can
he got
handle
it. I used Sega Genesis from church. I went to for 20 plus a game or two, I think back in the mid 90s. Okay.
Yeah.
I bought one new when it came out.
I got Christmas money from my grandmothers and my parents back in 92, and that's when I bought mine. I was either going to buy a Super Nintendo or a Genesis, whichever was in stock at the Target that I went to, because the Toys R Us, and this was right after Christmas, Toys R Us, and they were completely sold out of Super Nintendos.
Mm-hmm.
And they only had a few Genesis left. So I ended up picking up the Genesis and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Hyperstone Heist.
Nice.
Ooh, there we go.
A fun game. Yeah.
And then a couple days later, my mom gave me some money to buy Sonic 2.
Sweet.
Ooh, Sonic 2.
That's a fun game too. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I remember going there and I was having a hard time. Do I get the Nintendo? Do I get the Sega? And, you know, talking with the guy in the store and like, okay, I had my tax money back. It's like burning a hole in my pocket. And it's like, oh, okay. So I went with the Sega. I mean, I like it. I just wish there were some games that were on both, but yeah, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah, that's definitely when the console exclusive started back in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Only on Nintendo.
Yep.
Yes.
Sega.
So, Baron, would you like to read this next story?
Oh, must I? Okay.
I'll put the link at the private chat. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking over at the private chat to see if the little marker came up and said, "Hey, idiot! There's something in here. Someone's trying to talk to you, you moron." Hey, there it is. Ain't that wonderful? Let me bring this over. Let me prepare myself. By the way, speaking of which, did you see those freaking orcs, for crying out loud? Is that why you didn't want to have that story the other day, because of those freaking orcs?
That is exactly why I said no. No, I don't want your blood pressure to go up.
Yeah, and then there was a story I saw today that they aren't changing the player's guide. They still have the same art, and people are like, "Huh, that's interesting." Yeah.
You know, the thing is honestly, and I'm serious here. If they want to start screaming about not necessarily racial appropriation, but putting, using a racial group for a racial group inside this game, these guys look like D&D Mexicans. It's like you guys are just as guilty. It's like I can see Mexican Iron Man as an orc now. Thank you. Sorry, Mike. The other Mike.
No, I think he should be warned about this.
Oh, I can't wait to hear about
but like I said, when I saw it, I'm no. As much as I know Baron would love to read this because he would go off on it, well, no. For the sake of his health, we're not going to do this.
What's your battle cry? I mean, honestly, and yeah, I'm mocking you, Watsy. I'm mocking because as much as you sit back and say about how horrible you used all these racial tropes to make these characters, and like, well, congratulations, you did it too. So, but we can talk about my blood pressure going up later on here. But we got this from Comic Book TV. Is bylined by Jenna Anderson. Yeah, I like that name. Is bylined 2 days ago, June 24th, 2024. And it goes, Doctor Who showrunner says Star Wars The Last Jedi inspired season finale. And it's like, yeah. Russell T. Davies is a hack, people. He always was. The latest season of Doctor Who is now in the books. Yeah. I had a dog crap in the book one time and someone closed it, so that was in the books too. And the events of the most recent season finale, Empire of Death, have definitely left fans with a lot of questions. One of the biggest reveals, why did we watch this shit? From the episode concerning the origins of Ruby Sunday, not to be confused with Ruby Tuesday, played by Millie Gibson, not related to Millie Gibson, established that her long-lost parents, whose identities have plagued the entire season, were actually just ordinary people.
Wow.
And the BBC iPlayer commentary for Empire of Death, Doctor Who showrunner and dunce cap wearer Russell T. Davies revealed that he was directly inspired by the way that Star Wars The Last Jedi handled the parentage of Rey, the super weenie, played by Daisy Ridley, also known as Rey Palpatine. Right. Revealing her to be a Force user whose parents were
nobodies. Oh no, nobodies.
Wow, there's narrative to see. They're muggles, folks. They were muggles. They were Jedi muggles.
They were muggles.
With this narrative decision was ultimately retconned in 2019's Star Wars: The Rise of Soy Walker. Davies was still
the Rise of Palpatine.
The
Rise of Palpatine. Yeah.
Poopy pants. Hey, come on, man. Be nice, man. This is kind of my reaction to that film, Davies revealed. The second film said that Rey was nothing special. There was nothing special about her parentage. She was just an ordinary person with the Force, with the dream of dancing on the stage like a sugar plum fairy, like I did when I was a wee child. Oh, no, right. Sorry, Russell.
Really? You were a sugar plum fairy?
No, that was Russell. That's Russell T. Davies. Russell T. Davies.
I've sat through several recitals of the Nutcracker because my sister took ballet, and I never saw you in the show.
No, that's Russell T. Davies. He was doing it. That was his dream. Let's see where I really love the version where she wasn't special. When she's an ordinary person with the Force, I really love the version where she wasn't special. When she's ordinary, she's not the daughter of Sutek. She's not the daughter of the Time Lords or Rassilon or something like that. Her mom is Louise Miller, who was 15 years old and pregnant from a dangerous, abusive home and left her child on the doorstep because I think it's a better story. They kind of had a little bit of that with Ace. Once everything is restored, Unit. Wait a moment. Once everything is restored, Unit are able to. Okay, that was them writing, not me reading it. Are able to use the DNA correctly to identify Ruby's parents, Louise Allison Miller and William Benjamin Garnett, scumbag of the season.
15, Tim. 15.
1-5. Let's see. Two ordinary people had Ruby as a teenage pregnancy. Louise did not tell William that she was pregnant, and because she grew up in an abusive stepfather, she decided to let Ruby out of that house. So she gave her the little bag at the end of the stick and said, go down the street. And they started playing the Incredible Hulk music, dun, 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 and leave her child on the church steps. The pointing she did when leaving the church, which the doctor originally thought was targeted at him, was actually the Ruby Road sign. She wanted her daughter to be named after. Yeah, I mean, now that the doctor is a person of color, he's probably thinking, oh man, they're being racist to me. You know that. The doctor determines that this mystery was so enticing to Sutik because Ruby and those in her life decided Louise's identity was important.
Oh.
Ruby then tracked down Louise, now a 35-year-old nurse, introduces herself to her and folds her into her adopted family. Unit is also available to track down William, who Ruby is preparing to go meet when she and the doctor says their goodbyes for now. While this answer of Ruby's parentage still raises some questions, I think she should have been a stripper, but namely, was Ruby able to make it snow? Was Ruby able to make it snow whenever she thought of her abandonment because of Sutik, the TARDIS, or something else? It at least solves her central mystery in the explained. People, this is crap.
Look, I don't understand this, and I was looking at this article as well with you at the time right now, Baron. But I don't. It just seems like a lot of word salad, and why am I supposed to care? Like the whole thing that I've always felt about Doctor Who is it's been weird, different, interesting, all kinds of things like that. Now
it's been fascinating in the past.
Yes.
It's been creative in the past.
Like, oh, this is just word salad. Why am I supposed to care about any of this? And this seems like something you read and then you just don't think about ever again. It's just so weird. It's not the good weird. It's the bad weird.
No. Well, again, Russell T Davies is an ass. I mean, he really is.
Yeah.
I was not. The only thing I was impressed about for that first season was really Christopher Eccleston and how he was portraying the Doctor. I thought that he was doing a great job as the Doctor. And whatever Russell T Davies did to him, because that was one of the reasons why he left the show. Russell T Davies did something. He hasn't said what. But him and a couple other people, I know he sat back and said the treatment of people on the set was one of the things he did not like. That was way back when. But I mean, I'm sorry, they gave the show back then in 2005 the wrong person to do the show. The wrong person. And of course, what happens? He brings in his sycophant losers like Moffat and Chin Balls, right? So you're expecting everything to get better. And then he comes back as this supposed savior to save the show, only to give it the worst ratings ever.
Right.
Yep. The downfall of another once popular IP.
Yeah, I mean, even
because
if you like
because of dumb story
you,
ideas like this.
It's ridiculous that he took his inspiration from The Last Jedi, a movie that's just there. It doesn't really do anything.
No.
Oh well. That's just how I feel about it.
I think Rise of Palpatine fits that a little bit more. But I mean, honestly, in the whole scheme of things, really honest, how can people be enjoying this? Honestly, how can
I don't know. It's just it's one of those. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's turning these into these season-long arcs that Doctor Who rarely did. I mean, I can only count on my hands how many times they did that. Whether, you could almost count Dalek Master Plan because that was 12 episodes, but still the seasons were a hell of a lot longer. But you had, of course, the Master series, back in the 70s when the whole season was centered around the Master. Boom. There was your first one. Then you had, as you went along, you kind of had a little bit of duology with the Planet of the Daleks and Spirits of Space. But it really started taking off when you got into I suppose you could say Tom Baker's because they went back to Nerva, but that's not important. But the Key to Time, where the whole season was centered around finding the key of time with 6 different stories, 6 different pieces. My, that's convenient. Then you had little trilogies of stories going on under JMT. And then, of course, Trial of the Time Lord. The whole season, dedicated to Colin Baker. And, out of 26 years, they hardly let's use the entire season to all connect together. That's not Doctor Who.
It doesn't make any sense. People have forgotten. I know they don't care. It's so obvious, but they don't care. This man is a Time Lord. He goes back and he changes things, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. But this is why so many people found this character so interesting. And his assistants and the Daleks, they were very intimidating. You saw these robots with these like ball laser things, and you're like, what the hell? This
well,
is
don't
not
forget the
something
Cybermen.
fun. Right, the Cybermen, yes. I mean, you just had all these different things. And when he went back in time, and then even Christmas episodes, all this stuff, even later Doctor Who, they still understood all this. And then everything just started going to hell. Yeah.
What are these ball lasers, and where can I get one?
Right? On the Daleks. Little shock. But, you were intimidated by these things. They did a really good job with the makeup. And then just after Whitaker came in there, like everything just started changing. It's like, we've got to add real world politics to this. It's like, unless it actually fits into the Doctor Who universe,
you mean one expression, Whitaker?
Yes, yes. Yep. Oh, yep.
And we lost Baron.
Yeah, we lost Baron. Did he hit the wrong button?
he might have. He might have.
Baron, or is he?
I did not boot
no
you.
One
I
booted
did not
you.
boot you.
You must have hit the button, bro.
No, it said I lost signal. I said, honestly, it said
no one booted you. No, it's just. This is like every property we keep talking about. It doesn't matter if you change things from everything to Metal Gear to you start changing that, start messing around, Grand Theft Auto, anything, games, movies, shows, whatever, you start changing what the format is. It starts pissing people off for good reason or just mocking it. But
the thing is with the new Doctor Who, I'm talking about the 2005, Russell Davies had a situation where he was able to kill off George W. Bush. He had a big loudmouth Texan president come, and he's evaporated because he's an obnoxious jerk, blah, blah, blah. The American's an idiot. And it's like, oh, you mean to tell me that's not supposed to be W?
Of course, dude. Well, they had the movie of W too. With Brolin, wasn't Josh Brolin W? Yeah, he was.
Yeah. But I'm talking about Doctor Who. I mean, when they sit there and say, when you're saying that, with Jodie Whittaker starting with it, no, Russell Davies was knee deep in that crap, and he's also going out there pushing the agenda.
Mm-hmm.
He was making sure he could push as much homosexuality in the show back then too. And no, I'm not being ridiculous. You just have to watch the episode where the kids go around, the 2 episodes going around, are you my mummy? And every man in there is gay.
It's just so weird, man.
Are hidden gay.
Out of place.
Yeah. I mean, that officer, the English officer over there, he's gay. Oh, the guy who's the butcher? Yeah, he's secretly gay, and he gives secret meat out so he can have a tryst with his boyfriend. I mean, every time you turn around, oh, that person's gay. You're gay. It's like Oprah's out there. You're gay. Everybody's gay.
Yeah, I know, dude. Right. It's just so weird, man. But like I said, it's just you look at this article, plague the entire season were actually just ordinary people, in the BBC iPlayer commentary for Empire of Death. I mean, what does that sound like to you? It's just such I took inspiration from The Last Jedi. Well, good for you. Did you learn anything? Did you it's just it's so funny, man. This is so ridiculous.
The thing is I can see honestly where with the hero's journey, you do have I'm the nobody. I came from a nobody. There's plenty of stories where someone came from nothing existence and made something of themselves. you don't need to follow Rise, the Last Jedi for that. Where there's
no,
everyone's all devastated. Oh, she's nobody. Well, that would have made her character a lot more interesting in my book. If I thought, okay, this could be an interesting direction that her parents were nobodies, and she got this Jedi gene, and this is a chance for her to become great.
But we need to learn about her origins, just like you got to build these characters and the way they built Rey. I mean, I know we've beaten this dead horse 500 times, it seems, or more, but it's just like with any show, you need to build, and there's a new character, you need to build the character. This is should always be important. This should be the fundamental of writing. Definitely.
Well, the thing is
especially the closest their story.
The closest you can get to folklore and all that of a classic hero story where someone's from nothing to something, right?
Yes.
And you're saying your inspiration is not from reading Campbell's works or reading the Greek myths or reading the Norse myths. No, it's because I watched the Last Jedi, and that gives you a problem. That explains everything right there.
Yes,
that explains everything right there.
It does.
And no joke, no nothing, no tongue in cheek. That's the extent. It's that bubble 10, 20-year thing that causes this.
Yes. It's just amazing to me. They had, with the later stuff in the 2000s, bringing Doctor Who back, they had something going there, even with Torchwood. And then they literally just embarrassed themselves. Yeah.
Well...
Torchwood was so good, Baron. It was so fucking good.
The two things, a couple of things about the new Doctor Who that I found really irritating was the overuse of the Daleks. Daleks were not supposed to be overused like that. That was, I mean, Tom Baker only saw the Daleks twice in his 7 years. John Pertwee only 3 times. And the reason why is because they saw the Daleks so often during Hartnell season years that he was out there that they thought, one. Wearing it out, and 2, the creator Terry Nation wanted to take the Daleks over to the United States and try doing something over there because he had the rights to them, not the BBC, and that didn't work. But Patrick Troughton in his years, he only had 2. Peter Davison once, Colin Baker once, Sylvester McCoy once. They're not supposed to be overused.
I got
and the other thing was him waving around that freaking sonic screwdriver like it's a fucking wand. It's like, that's not how it works, son.
Nope. And it is getting closer to the time where we will be on Rumble exclusively for an hour. But I do want to let everybody know that tomorrow over on Rumble, on the Pacific414 on Rumble channel, we will be giving our live reaction to tomorrow's debate between current President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump.
Yes.
I am taking this very seriously. I will not be joking. I might make a little quip here and there, depending on what they say. But I want to hear what both candidates have to say, what they're going to do for the country in the next 4 years.
Right.
I am concerned for the future of this country, and I know I said this on Sunday, and somebody got offended and downvoted the stream and then unsubscribed. But in all honesty, we may be all fun and games here on Pop Talk and jokes, but there are a lot of times where I do take a lot of things very seriously, and this is one of them.
Yeah, definitely if you want to see a different tone and a different side of all of us, tune in and listen to what we have to say. It doesn't matter what political party or what side of the aisle you're on or what, we welcome you to join us or at least watch the debate. And if you think we're going to be one-sided in this, unlike CNN, you got another thing coming to you because, this is where you pick apart even the people you're rooting for because you need to.
Yes. I just don't personally have any faith in Joe Biden because of all the history that I know about him. But
here's the thing, though. What concerns me: neither one of them is a spring chicken.
No, they're not. I agree with that.
Right, you are literally the vice president.
Yes, literally in this election, and you hear the rumors. So they were starting to spread today that I saw. They could have been spreading yesterday, but I noticed it today that Ramaswamy's name has been popping up as a potential vice presidential candidate. And that's what you have to look at. Who is going to be Trump's vice president nominee? Is Kamala Harris still going to be the vice president for Joe Biden? Or is she going to be only a one term?
Yeah. Change has happened before.
Yeah.
Right.
I am deeply concerned for the future of this country.
As you should be, man.
We've seen in 2 terms of Obama, not just Obama, but also the 2 terms of George W. Bush. I'm deeply concerned.
Yes.
Right.
And I will not be showing the debate on stream because CNN has threatened every content creator with a lawsuit if they do. However, I am providing the links from CBS, CNN, USA Today's YouTube channel, so you can all watch it with us. And if you all would like to join us, DM me. I will send you the invite link. I'm maintaining what I said Sunday. I want to hear what us, the people, have to say. I don't want to hear what some talking head at CNN has to say. Some talking head at USA Today, MSNBC, Fox, you name it.
I gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to hear what each and every one of you have to say.
Which is probably one of the reasons why they don't want this on the social media like this, because we are not able to be controlled.
Yeah, I don't think. I think if Newsmax is doing this or Fox News or something, I think they'd be fine with it. But because it's CNN, ABC, whatever, I can just see
CNN.
them.
Yeah.
This time it's CNN. Yeah, because Jake Tapper's going to be one of the moderators. Oh boy.
Yeah. Unbiased people. Unbiased.
Yeah.
People.
Right. Exactly.
But I will be posting the link in the Pacific414 Pop Talk group for anyone who's a part of that on X. If you want to be a part of it, DM me on Discord or DM me on X. And I will send you the link.
And remember, no talking about pop talks or pop politics or anything like that. This is straight debate, 100% serious. This is not going to be this is basically a special episode of us being together talking about this.
Yeah, I had mentioned to Cash and Baron a few weeks ago about doing a live reaction to this. Because again, I am concerned about the future of this country. I'm not speaking as a Democrat. I'm not speaking as a Republican. I'm not speaking as an independent. I am speaking as a concerned citizen for a country that my grandfathers have fought for. My uncle has fought for. Many people I know have fought for. Many people you know have fought for. Again, the future of the country is at stake here. And let's see. Tim says if Trump wins, let's see what happens between the election and his inauguration. Yeah, that is something that's a concern on my mind.
Yes.
Watch Biden. I bet. Well, there's rumors going around about what may or may not happen.
Yep. There's rumors around that he may be replaced. Yep.
A lot of speculation.
Yes.
Yeah. But when it comes down to it, we'll find out that night.
Yes, we'll find out tomorrow night. Now, the live stream over on the Rebel side will start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern sharp. I'm going to start it right then and there. And we will watch the whole hour and a half debate when that starts at 9, but that 8:30 to 9 o'clock, I want to hear what each and every one of you expect to hear from both of them. And then after that, we can talk for a half hour, and then we'll wrap it up.
Welcome to Crossfire.
So if there's anything you guys would like to promote before we go for our hour on Rumble, go right ahead.
Well, I'm just going to say, whose blood pressure do you think would be higher? Cash tomorrow or me talking about D&D articles?
You gotta stay reserved.
Cash tomorrow.
The most important thing for me is that when you're somebody like Trump and you're going up against someone like Joe Biden, just let the man talk. Just let him talk.
Mm-hmm.
Let Joe talk or not talk or whatever. Just let him talk. Don't play any of the games because this whole debate, and I am sure of this is all
it's going to be a circus. I think
Joe
it's going to be a
Biden
circus.
look good. This is all to make Joe Biden look good, and Trump needs to make sure not to play their games.
Yeah.
Exactly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would. Yeah.
Yes.
I believe that President Trump did suggest doing that.
He did.
He wasn't kidding.
He wasn't kidding. No, he wasn't joking. But yeah, so let's see. Friday, we've got our multiplayer stream at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Phantom Hooligans. And then there's some more shenanigans going on, but I'm not going to reveal them yet. But definitely we're going to be playing Dark Tide again, unless Baron's daughter's like, I'm tired of Dark Tide. And then
like she's tired of us.
Else. She's tired of us. But she just loves that game, so I'm glad. We've got a full group. It's awesome. I'm not getting tired of Dark Tide. We still have things to work on, so it's great.
Blood, guts, heads flying all over the place. Yeah.
And
that's
Steve's
true.
Right.
Yep, exactly, Steve. I agree, man. But yeah, that's all right now. What's coming up on the Phantom Hooligans? I got some stuff also I'm going to be doing with Phil at some point soon. So
hooligans,
yes.
And how about you, Baron?
Nothing. With you guys and Chase Thursday nights at between 6, probably about 6:10 Central Daylight Time. Give us over at the 540 Studios, The Beyond with Jace, of course, himself, Prismatics, Cashmoney007, myself, Kilted Cajun, and Hashi, and Whoopa Troopa.
When he's able to make it. Yep.
Yeah. So you might see a mixture of all those people coming in and coming out. So please join us tomorrow over at 540. Back to you, Mike.
Except Jace isn't having
tomorrow.
The show tomorrow.
We're not having it tomorrow, Baron. We already had the Beyond.
So everything that I said was fake news. Fake news.
We already did our Beyond on Tuesday, and Mike.
Yeah, Oh, okay. He always is Beyond on Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah, no, because he's going to be on because Jace is going to be with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
So far, I know that Jace wants to be a part of it because what he told me last night is what happens here in the States affects Norway on the back end. And I know that Anonymous wanted to be a part of it, but this is open to anyone who wishes to be a part of it, whether you're a part of the Pop Talk X group or not. If you want to be a part of it, send me a DM. I'm not going to know unless you send me a DM on either Discord or X.
How can I handle 90 minutes of Anna Moss whining about Ron DeSantis?
Oh, man.
But
before we go over to the Rebel side exclusively, I do want to thank DJ Ronnie G for being here. Rocco the Bray was here. Thank you very much, Rocco. The lovely Leia Rose, the princess of YouTube. Phil McCracken, who says, wasn't Pop Talk yesterday? No, that was the Beyond on 540, Phil.
I was wondering what he was talking about.
The Padawannabe was here. Our guest for next Wednesday, Kathy Skywalker, was here. The previously mentioned Anonymous. Low Spec Linux Laptop, who is currently over on the Rumble side. We also had JT late night with Cap. Good to see you, Cap. Tib, good to see you as well. Big Daddy T-Gap. That's right, T-Gap Steve in the house, everybody. He rode in on his horse.
Yeehaw!
And the Super Wrench, John Rendell.
Thank you, John.
Thank you all. And again, the link is there in the chat if you want to join us. I'll go ahead and put it in there again. If you would like to, again, join us over on the Rumble side. We do have another story to talk about, and then I'm going to let Cash and Baron and myself just talk about what comes to mind.
Oh, wow.
Alrighty. Oh, okay.
You're working without a net, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You definitely want to come over now. You definitely want to come over.
So, we'll see you over there, folks.
Come on over.
You,
come on. You do it.
I'll let you guys know when we're clear on the Rumble side.
Come on, guys. You can do it.
Come on. Come on, do it. Come on.